What is going on, boys? Coming at you with another video. You know how it is. The replay system and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is kind of hot ass, if I'm being totally honest with you. And here are my thoughts on how we can improve that and get a better replay system for both the competitive and the casual player alike. Before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the drill. Help us fight the YouTube algorithm. Like, commenting, subscribing, hitting the notification bell, all that good stuff. Replays. So replays are an interesting aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. I feel like it's kind of tacked on. They didn't really think anyone would care too much about replays, but it kind of sucks that they're not better implemented, if you will. First and foremost, I think one thing that affects all players, regardless if you're competitive or casual, is you can't share replays with PC players, right? So when I have a replay here with good old Ass Master, what the? If you hit share replay, you get to copy a URL, which you then, give to someone. If you give this to a mobile player, they click it, it opens up their Duel Links, they get the replay, boom, bam, they're good to go. You give this to a PC player, you get redirected to like the Konami website, and that's it, nothing happens. I don't know if they broke the PC replay sharing, or that wasn't implemented, or they're not aware this is even a glitch. But yeah, you can't actually share your replays with your friends or anybody, or even with content creators, if that's something you wanted to do, without uploading it to like a third party, like a YouTube or other replay clip sharing site. You can't actually do that. So it's a pretty annoying issue. Now, getting into an actual replay here, I wanted to talk about in-game replay options, right? So, for example, here's one of my own replays that I have saved locally on my computer, right? We're going to go ahead and pause this so we can talk about it. Boop. You can see that I can see my hand, I cannot see my opponent's hand, etc., etc., right? If I send this replay over to a friend, they would not be able to see anything. Like, they can't see my hand, they can't see my opponent's hand, can't see my opponent's deck, etc., etc., etc. I think what would be super cool is if we have an in-game options, right, for our replays, where we can choose to allow people to see these things. Obviously, when we get into competitive play in duel rooms and stuff, we don't want people going through our deck lists in our hand or anything like that by watching the replays. We definitely want them. We want to have that certain level of not them knowing what's in our deck, right? But if I'm sharing it to a friend, it's different. I would like them to know. I don't want to send them a replay, then I want to send them my deck list, and then I want to show them a screenshot of my opening hand, how bricky it was, how insane it was that I turned it around and was able to win. So I think having an options menu somewhere in here, or even just like when you're making a duel room, have the option to just, have replays be, only how they are right now. You can't see anything. You can only view them with everything hidden. Just have more options and more flexibility with the actual replay system itself. That way I don't have to, if I'm sending a deck list to a friend, they can see exactly what's in my opening hand, and that way I don't have to make a YouTube video, capture the whole thing, and put it on a separate YouTube video so they can just see my hand while playing in the actual game itself. Now, the other thing I would really enjoy to have in these replays, especially from a casting perspective, like a tournament caster perspective, is a timeline or some sort of like a bar, like a YouTube search bar, where you can scrub through the actual replay itself. I think that would be super cool to have. One annoying thing when it comes to the duels itself is when you're watching a live replay or spectating a live game, you can see a player sit there and think, right? So you can see how quickly they're playing, you can see how quickly we swing in. We can't see the hourglass or anything like that in a live game, and I guess in a replay too. So it'd be kind of nice to see that. So it'd be nice to have, watch this duel in real time, or watch this duel sped up, or watch this duel, but whenever there's a gap, you could see how many seconds of a gap in a timeline, even though you're skipping to avoid the gap, it at least tells us how long the gap was. Because there are times where I'm watching a replay and the game just suddenly ends and you're like, oh, it was a timeout, even though the game was going by very, very rapidly. This would help from a casting perspective because, you know, I can get into a game and, you know, if I see there's a huge delay coming in, because it's hard to watch a replay when you're spectating a tournament, for example, because it goes by very, very, very quickly, and it won't tell you how much time was skipped. You know what I mean? Also, just for if you're sharing it with a replay with a friend, it's still nice to have that level of look at how long this guy was scared for, how long this guy took to play, or even if your friend wanted advice, be like, yeah, man, you took like so long to make this decision, you got to make these decisions faster, or you end up timing out during the duel. So really, really nice to have just like a little scrubber down there, be able to watch the duel in real time, be able to watch the duel 2x speed. All we have right now is literally the replay speed, which is already like 2 or 3 times X, and then the fast forward, which is like 4 or 5 times X. So basically, just expand, give me more options on how I can watch the replay. And then finally, the last thing I would love for them to add in the replay system is right now, if you watch a replay in a duel room, in someone that sends you, whatever, whoever the bottom player is when the actual replay opens is always the winner, which, doesn't make that very exciting for tournament play. And that's, I said the other reason was the biggest reason, but this is actually the biggest reason. The other one is the second largest reason. Yeah, the winner is always at the bottom. It used to be the winner was always the left person in the room replay section as well, but they did fix that. They fixed that part of it, but they never fixed the, when you actually go into a replay, the bottom player, the player that's always at the bottom, that is always the winner. Now, I know they have the technology not to make it this way, because in KCGT, those replays, the winner could have been top or bottom. It wasn't always the one at the bottom. But right now, if you go into any duel room, go into any public duel room, go check the replays, click on them, and you'll always notice the person down at the bottom is the winner. The game automatically places the person at the bottom down as the winner. So it would be very nice if that was randomized, if it could be up top, if it could be down at the bottom. That way, if we are doing a tournament game, we don't have to sit there and already know who the winner is. We don't have to only watch live games. We could go through and watch, live games, replay games, and it would all be just as exciting, because there's no excitement in watching a game where you know who the winner is going to be. So those are what I would change for the replay system. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree or disagree with me, or what other things you'd like to see added to the timeline aspect of this game. For me, the only times I ever use a replay is when I'm casting a tournament or sending a replay to a friend. So these are the ones that are most important to me. There might be other ones out there that people are, interested in having as well. And let's open up a dialogue. Hopefully this is something that other people can talk about, and maybe Konami ends up hearing it. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Peace out, boys. Till the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. I love you. Peace out.